it's crazy how you went to school out in Church Rock in elementary as a kid, and how you like didn't know or see or really think about it all that much. Because I feel like in episode 1, when we were in White Rock talking about all the same stuff, and I was talking about, that's basically what I said during the episode, was that like I lived 20 miles down the road my whole life and I never even thought about it, and speaking to like the invisibility of it all. And when I was re-listening to the episode, I was thinking in my head, like, it's kind of crazy that like I ever had this feeling of like it being invisible or like not knowing about it and stuff, when there's like so much work going on. And that's what I think, that's one of the things that like I had a hard time keeping up with while we were at the event itself, because I was like, holy crap, like there really is like, there's always been a lot of work going on around it, and there still is a lot of work going on around it. So I'm really happy like we're getting a chance to platform like the work that's going on, highlight the things. And I was really appreciative of like also the international aspect of it all that was spoken to, like how Patuch was talking about Congolese people, and then there was also mentions of I already forgot, but yeah, that was just like one of the themes that I had thought about while listening to it. And yeah, so that day, and so yeah, so this was, all of this was happening sort of like the second day that we were out on the road during the tour itself. The day before, we had went to Church Rock / Los Alamos, and immediately leaving from there, us and the Al Jazeera Blackleaf Films crew took off to Gallup. So Kyan was driving one vehicle, I was driving one vehicle, and it was because we are just trying to get the heck to Gallup, which from Los Alamos is about 3-hour drive. And I think we even had to stop in Albuquerque at our office in between. And this is what we were speaking to like in the documentary, with how like we just like didn't really take into account how much energy and time traveling was taking on top of everything that we were doing, because we had hiked around White Rock all day, and this was during like a crazy heat wave. And then the next day or that night, we drive all the way to Gallup, and we get in like pretty late at night. It was like, I don't know, I probably didn't go to bed till like 12 or something. And even just to like sit down, have a conversation. I remember I had pizza, and we're just sort of talking about like how it was traveling from White Rock to Gallup, and sort of like even just like talking about like our personal experiences with like the racist bullcrap we encountered that day, because that was the day that we went to Pig and Fig and had that encounter. But yeah, so we go to sleep late, wake up the next day, and we travel just a few minutes away from where we were staying in Gallup to was it the Red Rocks park, or that's where it's right outside of.
That's like a state park, yeah, Red Rock State Park. So that's I guess that's like the best, maybe the easiest landmark for, I guess, if you were like people were trying to imagine the location of this place. But also Gallup too. Gallup's pretty notorious, or pretty well known. It was only like, I think about like 15 miles east of Gallup. But yeah, I mean, it was a wild ride, literally. All that driving, all the restless hours. But I want to say something real quick. Actually, this wasn't day 2. This was, I believe, day 3. I mean, in all this stuff we
Yeah.
did, we in the podcast tour stuff, we didn't include the protest, the police brutality protest we did. So technically, I think that's day 1. That should have been like episode 1, but we're too
Was
busy
it?
Yeah, I think it was,
Oh,
that
it
was the first thing we
was.
did. Then we went to
Oh,
Los Alamos, and then we went to Church Rock. So technically, this should be like episode 3. So, I mean, I think
that's
I guess that's
right.
more reason. I guess that's more reason why people should watch the documentary, because at least that was in the doc, and yeah, so go watch the doc.